and welcome to another video with Big Maccabee Pop Ginger. And for this one, we're going to be doing a Q&A. So what happened was, I saw a lot of people doing these recently. They seem to be quite a popular thing across many platforms on YouTube and genres for video styles. And yes, I thought, well, why not? It's a fun little video. Get some people to ask me some questions, see what they want to know. And that is exactly what we're going to be doing here. So, let's get on with it. So, what I did was I asked on both Instagram and Facebook for people just to send me questions about what they'd like to know about my Funko Pop collecting, my general collectibles, what got me into it, or, you know, anything like that, anything to do with the kind of things that we cover on this channel. And we got a few responses. It took a couple of days, but we got some responses. So, the first one we have comes from Albatross Pops. And she would like to know a very classic question. What was my first pop? So, my first pop ever was actually, it was a C-3PO from, which film was it? The hell was that first Star Wars film? Force Awakens. But yeah, mine went on with yes. It was a C-3PO with the red arm from Force Awakens, and it actually came inside of a My Geek Box subscription back in 2017. And I think from there, it took a while before I started getting into pops after that, but once it happened, boom shakalaka, it was good times. Okay, so our next question is coming from Mr. Poptastic. And he would like to know just how many Funko Pops are actually in my collection. Now, I can't give you an exact number because it's been a while since I've actually catalogued everything I have. But if I was to estimate currently, I would say there's probably around 1,000 Pops in my collection. 600 or so of them, I'd say, is still in my personal collection. And probably about 300 to 400 have actually been taken out to be used in my request Pop Pimp mystery boxes, available from £20 to £100 with £5 postage. Just let me know what you like. But yeah, so yeah, probably about 1,000 collectively in there, plus God knows what else from like daubs and vinyls and whatever else I like to collect. I've got a whole bunch of different kind of things up there. Hikari's the whole shebang. But yes, so about 1,000, that answers the question. Okay, so the next one we have is coming from JL Collects. And they would like to know, what is your favourite thing to collect and why? So it's a bit of an open question, so I'm going to answer it in two ways. So my favourite thing to collect is Funkos. Comic books, close second. And if we were to interpret that as what is your favourite thing as in what kind of Funkos, I would probably say that my favourite Funkos to collect would have to be horror, definitely. Now, it's a bit of an ironic one because I'm not actually that big of a horror movie fan. But basically, I like to collect based off of the look of a pop. So it's like, for example, Star Wars. I have a number of Star Wars pops, even though I'm not really much of a Star Wars fan. But I collect the ones I like the look of. So I like the designs of C-3PO, R2-D2, Chewbacca, Vader, Boba Fett. I think that's how you pronounce his name. It's been a while. And if every now and then if I find one that's at a good price that I like, then yeah, I'll pick it up. I'll add it in. But yeah, in terms of generally what I focus on, it's definitely horror. I'd say that's the biggest. If I was to combine horror and Stranger Things, because Stranger Things is a horror TV show, they definitely make up the biggest majority of my collection. I'd probably say between the two of them, they probably make up at least a sixth, maybe more, of the 600 plus that I've still kept as a personal collection. But yeah, so, and in terms of that, specifically my favourite characters are, you know, your big horror icons. Love Michael Myers, Jason, and well, we all know I recently came into a very nice Jason. And then you've also got Freddy, Chucky. Can't miss Chucky out. I really want to get my hands on a 10-inch one. And I've heard there's an 18-inch one coming. And if they do release an 18-inch Chucky, well, it'd be a while before I bought one because I haven't got the space. But I'll probably eventually at some point after I've sold out a few pops consider buying him. But yes. Next to that, actually, I'd probably say TV shows in general. Get a nice little mix on of that. But hey ho. Right, now we're going to go back with Mr. Poptastic again. And this time he would like to know that aside from the Jason Voorhees I have, what is the most expensive pop in my collection? That is a good question. Because values like to fluctuate on a daily basis. But if I was to estimate what the most valuable one in my collection would be at present, I would say it's either going to be the Chase Grady Twins 2-pack that I have. Because last I looked, that was selling for around, I think about 150 to 180. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've checked, but last I looked, that's about the average it was valued at. And next to that, I'd say, because I know it's creeping up in value, possibly the Kevin Wood house that I won on a previous auction. Not auctions. Pardon me. Not an auction, sorry. A raffle for £6 I actually won him for, which is a bloody good deal. But yeah, I'd say I'm definitely thinking back through everything I've got outside of the Jason, it's definitely going to be one of those two, I reckon. Okay, so now we're going back with a question from Wayne Deacon. And this time he'd like to know, what is the most I've ever spent on a single Funko Pop? Again, good question. And it actually brings us to the question we've just answered, or at least one of the answers provided, which was the Chase Grady Twins. So I managed to get my hands on it for £100. Only the issue was that the Chase sticker fell off. So I had to get a replacement for that. And I ended up having to spend another £5 to get a sticker from a company in the Netherlands somewhere, who claimed they were an official supplier to Funko. They weren't. They definitely weren't. Now, the sticker they sent, it looks good from a distance. Like, if you were looking at the pop from a distance, you can't tell that the stickers had to be replaced. But when you get a little closer, you can see it's just a little blurred and the colour's not 100%. But it still looks good. I know that the pops are authentic because the sticker fell off when it got to me. So, and I didn't know how to fix that, to be honest. I didn't want to start putting glue on the back. But hey ho. But yes, to answer your question, Wayne, the most I have ever spent on a single item is £100 on my Chase Grady Twins. So the next question we have is from Amber Williams, and she would like to know, when did I start collecting and why? So this has a couple of stages to this question for me. So the official start of collecting, I would say, would be when I got the first ever pop, which, as I said earlier, was from a My Geek Box subscription, and it was a C3PO. And from there, so that was 2017. Between 2017 and towards the end of 2018, I ended up buying, I think it was about another 60-something pops. It was just, I went to a free comic book day, and then I saw a couple of pops on there. I didn't really know what they were. I just saw characters that I liked. So I bought them. I think it was a Hulk from Age of Ultron, an interplanetary Batman I remember picking up off the shelf. What else did I pick up? I think I picked up a couple of the Guardians of the Galaxy pops, like Groot. Yeah, I picked up a Baby Groot and a Drax. And I picked up one other pop at the time as well, because I remember they were doing a deal where if you spent over £50 on pops, you got a free, what was his name? Iron Fist. They give you a free PX Exclusives Iron Fist. So, being new to it and liking a deal, I did that. And then, yeah, so it got to about the end of 2018. And then I got my own, I moved out of my parents' house at that time. I got my own place. And then eventually, for about first 3 months I was there, all the 60-something pops I owned, and believe me, at the time it was 60-something, I just put them all in a box, and then eventually I found them, started stacking them on this big back wall I had in a spare room. And then over the course of the next year, I went from, I think it was 65 to well over 600. Now, despite the fact that I don't know why I bought so many, but it just got to a point where I just started buying cheap bundles and things that I liked the look of, and then I was doing raffles towards the end of that year as well and winning on those, and basically, yeah, I just got really into it, and I mean, I really enjoy them. Starting to lose that a little bit now just because of how expensive the collecting's gotten for me, but that's my own fault for getting so involved. But I don't regret it, because I have a lot of valuable items. I have a lot of cool pops that I enjoy. So yeah, each to their own. But yeah, so 2017 would be technically when I first started. And I got into it because they're just fun. And the good thing is, even though a lot of them do lose a bit of value, it's something that I spend money on now that I have a chance I can move on later and at least get something back. So the little bit of money, I view the little bit of money you lose on a lot of them, that's just the fee you've paid for the privilege of enjoying them whilst you have them. It is what it is. Happy days. So we have a question that I definitely can answer from Charlotte Way, who is also known as the Funko Girl on YouTube. And she would like to know, what would your dream pop be? And this one is a very easy answer for me, because I know exactly what my dream pop would be. Actually, well, I can think of a couple in the same set that there would be, and that for me would have to be the Elvis Presleys, because they are very, very expensive, and I would love to get my hands on the original Elvis Presley Funko Pops, not fake ones. If I'm gonna have an Elvis, I want an authentic original. And I've seen people like, for example, I saw I know Danny and Jazz. They've got an Elvis in the background of their videos, and when them and Mason and Cayman did all their tour videos of the Pop Figures warehouse, I kept seeing the chase cropping up, and it's getting me anxious. I want to hold her. I want to hold it. And I'm hoping if I can still do my planned trip in October for my 25th birthday, I'll be holding her. I won't be able to actually buy her or buy him, but I'll be holding him. And that will make my 25th birthday complete, just being able to be in the vicinity of an Elvis chase. So, Charlotte, I hope that answers your question. So we're back with another question from Wayne Deacon this time, and he'd like to know, what do my family and friends think of my pop collecting? Bloody good question. So we'll start with the friends. So two friends that know the most about my collection would be Jamie and Jacob. And, well, Jacob's girlfriend collects Funkos as well. I think he hates me for getting her involved in it. I'm pretty sure, I don't think I got her directly involved, but I'm pretty sure I had a hand in it when she started seeing my collection. But yeah, he likes some of the stuff I've got. He's always asking me if I'll sell him a bloody Stitch, but I ain't got no Stitches to sell right now. But don't worry, brother. One day, if it happens, it happens. And Jamie, he loves my stuff. He's always mesmerised when I find a fantastic deal. Always supportive of the collecting. Does wonder, he does always often ask me if I can actually afford it, but it's all about the love and games, brother. You get one life, and there's like 1 billion pops in existence, so I'm nowhere near finished with this. I don't think, anyway. As for the family, Mum, she thinks the pops I've got are pretty cool. I've got her some, she's a big fan of Lost Boys, so I've managed to wangle a few of those her way. You know, keep her happy, sweet on the birthdays and Christmas, and she likes those. Still got 1 or 2 more, I think, so I'll be looking out for them soon enough, Mum. As for my dad, he thinks they're a giant waste of money, I think. I could be wrong. Unless I come home with something cool, such as the James Bond car, or when I showed him the Fast and Furious car. If it's something that looks like something he'd be interested in, then I'm not going to say he likes it, but I'm going to say he probably thinks it looks all right. But that's probably about as in depth as I can get regarding that, because there's not many people that I actually, aside from when I make these videos and things, there's not many people I actually let physically close to my stuff or into my world. But yeah, that's pretty much that. Okay, so we've got a very good question here from Reese Gooding. I think he's over at Pop Bros channel. And he would love to know, what is one pop Funko never made that you would like them to make? Oh, I tell you what. We've been having debates online recently about what pops we think Funko should make, and I have some videos planned for certain, you know, for like TV shows, movies, comics, YouTubers, other things, things I think Funko should make, and I'll be releasing those as I make them as we go. But to answer your question, just an idea I had that I would really love for Funko to make is for Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And it's just a standard one, but I actually have an idea for a common and a chase that I'd love them to make, which for me is Captain Holt. So for the common, I think just stick with the basics. Just give us Holt in his uniform with Cheddar next to him. That's all we want for the common. But for the chase edition, because we know that Funko, sometimes their chases can be vastly different and they can be amazing, or sometimes they can be literally just the exact same pop with a glow-in-the-dark attached to it, or a flick of blood on the face, as they did with the Tiffany from Bride of Chucky. That's just lazy. But for me, I think a fantastic chase edition for a Captain Holt would actually just to have Captain Holt wearing the pineapple slut outfit from season 6, episode 1. I don't know why that would be very different, because we're used to seeing this style of Holt, with the uniform. But that's just letting it go, letting him ride free. That for me, my friend, would be one Funko Pop I would absolutely love for them to make that they had not yet made. So we're coming back with another one from Albatross Pops this time, and they would like to know, other than Jason, what has been my best mystery box pull? That is a doozy. Ooh, so, I would probably have to say, valuable-wise, my best, other than Jason, would have to, I think all of these are going to be coming from popfigures.com, to be honest. So my most valuable one, I would say, other than Jason, would probably be the 250-piece BB-8 Hikari that I pulled in my first big mystery box video. I just love the design of it. It's something completely different, because I'd seen Hikaris prior to that, but I wasn't really sure on what they were. And since winning that one, I haven't bought any more Hikaris yet, but I've seen a few that I like the look of, so I may in future, money permitting and interest permitting, add the occasional Hikari, because I do think they're really cool looking. The way they're designed with the plastic, the sparkles inside, the see-through, and all the different character designs. Like, if I was to buy more Hikaris, I think, I know that there's a couple of variations of the Joker from DC. I'd love to have those. And I know that Stitch from Disney, that's probably I'm not a big Disney guy, but I think I've got a few characters I like, and Stitch, definitely one of my favourites. And if we were talking just Funko Pops and interest-wise, I would say my best mystery box pull so far, aside from Jason, I would probably say is going to be my Stan Lee, the UK convention Stan Lee that I got when when the mistakes were happening with the Marvel mystery box that was going out, the Marvel mini grail box, I think it was. And they ended up sending me a Stan Lee out to replace, or in place of the second item that never arrived. And I love a bit of Stan Lee, and to have gotten him was just absolutely amazing. Like, it made, well, we all saw the happiness on my video. But yeah, it was an absolutely amazing pull for me, and definitely one of the best I've ever had. Okay, and now we're going to end this with a fun question, absolutely random one, from YouTube duo Sensations, Mason and Cayman. And they want to know, what pop is furthest left at the back of your attic? This one was asked on Facebook, and I even answered, oh, you're going to make me work for the answer to that one, aren't you? So, let's find out which pop is furthest back in my attic. Okay, folks, so that was my first Q&A video. I hope you guys have enjoyed finding out a little bit about me. And I'll no doubt do this once again in the future, so if you're interested, start thinking up some questions. You can leave them in the comments below if you want, or you can join Pop Pimps on Facebook. I'll put a link in the description where you'll be able to get access to my mystery boxes if you're interested in something like that, as well as finding out what videos I'm posting, finding other YouTubers, finding other businesses. We allow it all on this page. Get a little mix in there. So yeah. Also, as I've stated in the past, and I keep linking in all these videos, I do still have my giveaways going on. At present, we're working our way towards a 300 subscriber giveaway. So all you've got to do is watch the video that's been linked, but I'll just give you a little rundown for the fun of it. So all you have to do is obviously be subscribed to me and be a member of the Pop Pimps Facebook page. So if you join that, eventually when we hit the 300, the post will go up. And all you have to do when you see the post, because I leave it for 24 hours, is take a screenshot to show you're subscribed, add it to the comments, and you are then automatically added into the giveaway. After 24 hours, I cut it off, I go through, take every single name that's on there, put it in a random mystery generator, and pull it out. And as this is the 300 subscriber giveaway, this one is going to come with 3 winners. What the prizes will be may differ from what was mentioned in the previous video, because I seem to change it every time I do one of these. But obviously, nearer the time, an updated 300 subscriber announcement will be released as standard. So, keep your eyes out for that. And until next time, folks, stay safe, have a good day, and of course, live that pop fanatic life. See you in a bit.